into the elevator now. Holy smokes, I'm reversing out like off a balcony. This is crazy. There's my bed. What? Viewers, behind me is the Porsche charging lounge in, I'm going to get the name correctly, Würzburg, Germany. And I'm driving the new refreshed Porsche Taycan. And I came over here to make a few out-of-spec reviews videos with this car. I just flew over so I could test it ahead of them arriving in the US. We've done range tests, charging tests, 1,000-kilometer challenge, 10% challenge, all the stuff that I needed to do with the new Taycan. It's a beast. It's a monster. And I have to fly to Detroit to go do something with the Chevy Silverado EV and the Equinox EV. And I thought, okay, well, I'm going to hand this back to Porsche. They're going to come up to the Frankfurt airport to pick up the car. And so I was just looking at hotels just now while I was sitting in the charging lounge. And there was one called Be Mine, and they're like, do you want to park your car in your hotel room? And I was like, hell freaking yeah, I do. And so I paid double the price for the room just so I could park this. And then they're like, do you like plane spotting? I'm like, hell freaking yeah, I do. And they're like, okay, you can pay more. So I got the plane spotting room and the one that I can put the car in the hotel room. I don't really know. I think it's on the balcony. I'm really looking forward to doing this. I've always seen pictures and things of those hotels that you can, park your car in an elevator and bring it up. We're going to do it with the Taycan. So we're about an hour away. We're in Würzburg. We got to go to Frankfurt. We should be able to send it over there. So we'll rip over in the Taycan. It's 11 p.m. No, it's 10 p.m. right now. We'll arrive at 11. So let's do it. By the way, there's the Porsche charging lounge. There's another one in Bingen. I have a full tour of that one. This is essentially a carbon copy just with 4 400 kilowatt chargers instead of 6. And then they have the 22 kilowatt ones right there. The Taycan's jacked all the way up right now because this one's equipped with the active ride. And so it's like the comfort entry exit feature where it shoots up. Looks terrible like this, but at least you can keep it slammed as soon as you shut the door. This is the 4S Sport Turismo. We don't get this one in the US, but it's been updated for 25 with 97 kilowatt hour battery pack usable, 500 horsepower. I don't know, it does 160 miles an hour. And this one has spent a lot of time at 160 miles an hour. And we're about to go do more of that. So as there's a cool Euro truck coming this way, let's get out of the middle of the road and rock and roll. Yeah. Okay. So into drive and off we go. To front bonnet open. What the heck? I didn't open the bonnet. All right. Well, we'll get out of this situation and then we will close the hood. I don't know what's going on. This road was completely empty until literally right now. So we'll just pull right over here, close the hood, flip a UE, and roll. We've got an hour, 22 minutes, and 131 kilometers to go. I bet we can do it in quicker than an hour and 22 minutes. Here's a nice little parking lot. Being Germany, there are car chargers everywhere. So these are just some AC charging points, and you'll notice, maybe viewers of my channel are not so EV inclined because we don't typically cover EV content on the Kyle Connor YouTube channel. Yeah, I must have hit it, or the key must have got hit in my pocket by something. This is the key for the Taycan, typical Taycan key. Okay, just blinked, don't know why. In Europe, you bring your own charging cable with you. Kind of funny, but they don't typically have cables on the AC units. You'll find them occasionally, but usually only in like nice high-end areas. All right, now we're good to go. So let's blast over there because I think they have a car charger. So we can go Sport Plus. We're charged to 100% because I was working in the lounge and it sat at 100% for a little while because, yeah, this thing charges so freaking fast. It's unbelievable. The longest charging stop you'll ever have to do in this car is about 15 minutes, and you can drive for pretty much 3 hours, even 3 hours and a bit after 15 minutes of charging. It's next level. Mandatory speed warning in Europe for new cars, but there is a little hotkey that you can program to shut off that noise as well. So yeah, let's jump on the Autobahn and send it over to Frankfurt. Okay, viewers, we have the thing dialed up into Sport Plus mode to help with a little bit of extra cooling. We can use matrix LEDs, which are awesome. And we're pulling out of Würzburg. I'm probably saying that wrong. To me, it looks like Würzburg, but W's are pronounced V's. So we need to figure out which direction we have to go to get onto the highway, which I think we just go straight, according to this one. So let's actually, it wants us to take some back roads over, or maybe not. We are getting on the highway. I don't know. Doesn't matter, but we have freaking awesome headlights in Europe because they do all the matrix functions, and when you're cruising down the highway, this thing will even put on like a little magic carpet in front of you, which is really cool, and light up your specific lane of travel. So love that. And here we go, merging onto the highway. No speed limit, push to pass, boost mode. Don't really like the idea of a boost, but this one has it. There's the magic carpet light out in front of us. You can see there's someone in the right lane right there. And we're just still floored, 150 miles an hour, 160 on the brakes because I can see someone in the left lane there. And they're on the brakes as well. So we're double on the brakes. And because we're fully charged, we don't have the regen capability. It does a little bit of regen, of course, but the Taycan can go up to 400 kilowatts of regen. Full power, push to pass. Woohoo! Full send. So this is how I've been driving all week. I mean, I don't probably drive this hard, but you know, we're making a YouTube video, so you can. It is your legal ability to go as quickly as you want, as long as you're you know, safe, which we're in a car built to handle this speed, and when you don't speed in speed limits. So here we are coming into a speed limit zone and slowing down, and we'll lock the adaptive cruise control on, and we also have auto steer. So it will do lane centering up to 130 miles an hour. This car will do lane centering, which is awesome. 210 kph with Porsche's autopilot, basically. It's not the best system from a lane centering perspective, but it's more of an assist, and honestly it takes all the stress out of staying in the middle of the lane. Capacitive steering wheel, just kind of keep your hand on it. Very nice. The spec of the car that I'm driving is 190,000 euros, almost 200,000 euros. Now in the US, our cars are structured differently. The Porsche cars are structured differently from an options and cost package, where it wouldn't cost that much. It would cost a lot, but not quite as much as that. Looks like we're gonna go left towards Frankfurt. And I actually stayed last night at a hotel in Würzburg here, the Moxie. I've been staying at Moxies this week. They're really nice. So this one might be 150, 160,000, something like that, in a Cross Turismo 4S, but it has everything. Passenger display, 18-way seats, active ride is awesome. Yeah, really cool, nicely spec'd car. Really nicely spec'd car. It's got the cool roof that you can, you know, change and put different patterns on it, let certain light through, variable light control. It's very, very nice. So, okay, well, I'll check in with you guys on the drive over. I want this mostly to be about the hotel, but I figured you could join me on the drive over as well, because I got nothing else to do except talk to 2 GoPros. And that's the only way I stay occupied. Okay, here we go, merging onto Autobahn 3, and we need to go towards Frankfurt and Stuttgart, and we made the correct selection. And we are ready to roll. Active ride in this car, this crazy suspension system is really crazy. It's unbelievably cool. It's expensive. I don't really think it's worth the $7,000 for most drivers, but if you're really spoiled and get to drive everything like I'm able to, you start to appreciate the like crazy level of dynamics and stuff that this completely hydraulic suspension system allows. It has 4 5-kilowatt electric motors feeding you know, the permanent magnet silicon carbide motors. I mean, like they're really cool, and they basically pump and can pull hydraulic fluid from the damper, and it allows for, of course, some comfort functions where it can like lean into the corner and you hit the accelerator pedal and the nose is down. But when you really notice it is you can drive in comfort or in even normal mode at high suspension at maximum speed through corners on the Autobahn. And what's wild is you feel almost no lateral G-force. You just feel like you're being pushed into your seat because the whole car is leaning into the corner. It's wild. And in day-to-day, just that comfort entry feature is really nice as well. Don't know if I'd want to fix it out of warranty, but pretty cool. So once this section of road gets de-restricted, which it should, most of this road is de-restricted because I just drove it yesterday. Yeah, we'll go ripping. It's a beautiful, hilly, twisty, a lot of cornering forces, a lot of high speed. Should be a lot of fun. See you along the way. Time to get some speed on, folks. 200 kph, 220, 230, 240. I'm now wide open throttle, 250. 258, 259 will it do? Nearest makes no difference, 160 miles an hour. I have the suspension in comfort, allowing for the active ride, active pitch and tilt control, but I have the vehicle in sport mode, which also gives a little bit better response and a little bit more aggressive cooling package. The thing with the Taycan is, unlike the last car, I have not been able to overheat this one. I have tried. I'm sure if you had a turbo or turbo S that made more power, you could probably overheat it. But here in the 4S, it really doesn't get hot. Only while charging, and that's, you can do a charging session and go right back to full send. So it's very impressive thermal standpoint here. The last car, you would overheat if you drove it full send for too long. But I'm also that was mostly turbos that I drove, not 4Ss. So maybe it's not a great comparison. However, I will say this 4S feels like the turbo in terms of power. So the new 4S is like the old turbo is what I've been saying. It's probably not quite that much, but it feels almost like it. And it's so cool how it just leans into the corners. I don't think I like it from like a chassis and handling perspective. Like from a driving enthusiast perspective, it feels slightly unnatural, and I don't think I like it in that sense. But when you're just doing these long highway slogs, these miles, munching miles, it's really nice for that. And these headlights making the lane extra bright, and where I can just let it do the matrix thing. It doesn't blind anyone, but it gives me high beams wherever I can. Of course, we've driven cars for years with this in Europe, but it always just reminds me how far behind the US regulations are. But you can see I'm just out for a gentle cruise. We're doing between 220, 240 kilometers per hour, somewhere through there. And this car is so quiet. It is unbelievably stable. I mean, no hint of anything. You can go wide open throttle whenever you want, like we are right now, and just start blowing by everyone. It's so impressive. The chassis, the suspension, the steering, the build quality compared to the old car is significantly higher. It's like the last Taycan was the benchmark electric vehicle in so many ways, and my feeling of the new Taycan is like it makes the old one look like a trash can now. I mean that jokingly, of course, because I still think now might be the time to pick up an old Taycan. But it's just so refined in so many little areas that I could never even tangibly explain them to you. You can just go full send and it feels like you're stressing nothing in this car. Loving it. So this is how we're going to drive over to Frankfurt. Full send. I'm at maximum speed right now. And I'll catch up with you guys along the way, or probably when we get closer over there. But we are going to send it. May as well. It's our last night in Germany this trip. I'll be back in 2 weeks from today, doing something really cool. Very much looking forward to that. Also in a Taycan. But for now, let's just enjoy the drive, enjoy the open roads, keep our foot welded to the floor, and have some fun. Viewers, we've been cruising at very high speeds for some time now. It's been wonderful to just cover so much distance. I was doing a 1,000-kilometer challenge in this one today, and I just tried so hard to find a road like this. And here we are. Maybe I should only do those long distance challenges at night. Could be interesting. Stay in your lane there, buddy. Thank you. Yeah, I just want to say, I mean, I've really been romping on this thing, using push to pass when possible. We've been going through some pretty hardcore corners, as you can see. Okay, people just need to learn to stay in their lane a little bit more. But the suspension system hasn't complained. You know, it's a lot of force that it's doing to push up through these constant high lateral G-force corners. No issues there. Drivetrain right in the middle. Hasn't even gotten to 40 degrees Celsius on the battery pack. It's just so set up for driving like this that there's almost no other electric car that I've experienced that can come close. I've driven Model S in Germany. It's just not stable like this at speed, not even close. And Lucid probably would be very stable at speed, but the thermals of the battery pack, at least for the pre-refresh Lucids, are pretty rough. Once that battery gets hot, it's hard for it to cool itself down. So at least for Germany, I think there's no better electric car than Taycan, especially the new one. I would love to try Lucid Sapphire or the new Lucid Grand Touring Performance. That could be really fun to see how it holds up after a few high power charging sessions and high speed driving. Whatever's in front of us is fast. Got to use the boost just to keep up with them. What is that thing? I'm wide open throttle. I'm top speed. Is that a Q7? Oh, GoPro died. Ran out of space probably. Yeah, looked to be like a spicy Q7 doing 160 miles an hour. Anyway, you guys won't see much of the view because this camera just died, so I'll check in with you guys when I get close to the hotel. Just wanted to have you join me for the fun high-speed driving. Well, we absolutely sent it over here, but it started to rain just as we're coming into the city, which is fine, and we're approaching the hotel. So that's cool. Let's see. There it is. Be mine. Okay. I drove by here the other day. By the way, this is like a de-restricted section of Autobahn most of the time. So you're like doing, you can do 200 miles an hour right through the middle of Frankfurt, right by the airport. Crazy. I love it. And it's so cool because you have these massive buildings and you're just sending it by everything. Okay, so we got a little bit of a complicated maneuver to make here, and then we'll make our way over to the Be Mine Hotel. And here it is. Be Mine Hotel. Okay. Interesting. Should probably use the lift function to pull up in here because this is one hell of a freaking entrance. So we're lifted up. We don't want to take a splitter off this thing, and then maybe they can help us figure out where we can park so we don't so we can basically leave this thing on the balcony. All right, just leave it here for the moment, get checked in. Okay, so just checked in, and they said not only can I park my car up there, they actually already have an EV charging station that I can top this up, so when it goes back to Porsche tomorrow, they can get it fully charged because they have to drive this back to the factory in Zuffenhausen. I have a room key, room 605. They said I have to take elevator C2 and it'll just drive me over the room. You can see active ride lifting this straight up. So, okay, this is absolutely crazy. Here we go. Car turns on automatically like a Tesla. You don't have to hit the start button if you don't want to. So let's go find room C2. We'll go back into the lift so we can get out of here without scraping. And holy smokes, this is going to be so cool. She said they have a bunch of car enthusiasts and YouTubers that stay here a lot. And she said she's seen some crazy cars. And so I think, let's see, parking. I'm not sure if this is where I go or not. Let's see. C1. Oh, I see. And then we have to take C2. Okay. So we're still in lift. We got to pop the curb. Here we go. Man, it's not super low car friendly, is it? And then we'll go to C2. Man, you got to have a small car. So this is this little post. Is this what I tap the card to? Let's see if this makes sense. It says ask for help. Card mobile key. Okay. So if I come here, card, ask for help. How about that? So they said I was doing everything correctly. Tap here, and then it goes, nope, ask for help. Maybe I should hold it. Yeah, weird. They said this is correct, C2. So I just tapped it to C1, and it works on this elevator, but they told me I had to go to C2. So I just want to make sure I'm not going to just roll up in someone else's room. Let me double check. And then we can go to our room with the car. That's just so sick. Here we go. We figured it out. She thought it was C2, but it's actually C1 that we needed to go in. So we should be good. Just squeezing into the elevator now. pretty tight, but not the end of the world. Definitely could come in here with a much wider supercar of some kind. And then what we need to do is come to about there. Good thing we have the 360 cam, and that blaring is really helping. And we're going up. We're moving. In case of emergency, watch out for cars driving on the right. I guess that's when leaving. We're on floor 2. We're going up to floor 6. Whoa, you can even see we're going up in an elevator. Why is this so entertaining? I don't know, but this is the coolest freaking thing ever. Okay, so now we've reached it. Floor 6. Nice. And it's opening behind us. So we need to backwards. So we're reversing out now of the elevator. Okay. Gonna not ding anything. Holy smokes, I'm reversing out like off a balcony. This is crazy. There's my bed. What? Oh my goodness gracious. We gotta look at this. This is crazy. Okay, and we should put this thing into sport mode so it slams and looks good. Oh my God. How about this for a freaking hotel room? And we have a car charger. Whoa, we got views of the Frankfurt airport and the highway. This thing's slamming down. Wow, how about this? So I guess when I want to leave in the morning, I'll have to hit the down button. We have a little wall outlet plug right there. Got a sick light. Whoa. Whoa. This is so cool. Unbelievable. Okay, so then neon light. You can turn the neon light. Well, we got to have the neon light. Okay, we definitely want that. So this door is open. And what does this do? Oh, this turns the lights on and off in the little apartment room. We got a TV. By the way, if you're curious how much I paid for all this, it was like $214 with tax. Didn't seem bad at all. We got wireless charging pads. What the heck? Holy smokes, this is like a really nice hotel room. $200. I mean, that's like what a normal nice-ish hotel costs. But I'm able to essentially look outside. Is there anything beyond here? No, just for design, they put this up. Make you look like you got a bigger space. Oh, and then this must be the rest of the hotel. Huh. So that's the main hotel. This is the only way I want to go in and out, though. And then you have views of your car. No exit. No crap. Okay, we have another glass piece here. That's not so helpful. Huh. So, wonder why they put a sliding door on if they just have a solid piece of glass. Interesting. But talk about this. This is cool, guys. This is really, really cool. Okay. Coolest freaking thing ever. Okay, viewers, you now join me in bed, which is something I never thought I would say on YouTube. What the heck? And, oh, wow. I've like FaceTimed all my friends. I'm just reveling in the moment. I don't even want to sleep. Why is this so cool? You could have like a wall here and then like not see a car and it's just a normal hotel room. But you put some glass and an elevator and bring the car upstairs, which seems like a over-engineered, wasteful situation. And instantly I'm like just blown away. And this is the coolest day of my life. The Taycan charge port just went red. Huh. Charging issues wherever I go. We're finding them. Okay, well, whatever. We'll just let it go, do its thing. I got to let the hotel know maybe they got a buggy EVSE over there. It's technically not a charger. Damn, how cool is this place? So what would be even cooler is if you could bring a car here that's like yours and create those memories with your own car. The sad part is this Sport Turismo has to go back to Porsche. And then eventually it'll be sold on to someone in, who knows, Poland. I don't know. I'm just making something up. I think it's a Euro spec car, so it can go to any Euro country. but there's a charging issue. So I'm gonna run out in my underwear to go diagnose the charging problems. This is the best. Okay, viewers, I don't know what's going on with the charging situation. It delivered 4.2 kilowatt hours. That is green. That is red. The car is not happy about it. You knew I couldn't go to bed with this thing not working. There we go. Don't know why. Just reinitiated the charging session. You do have to tap a card. Thankfully, Porsche's charging service works on everything. But weirdly, it's not just free charging, which I think it should be included with the room, personally. If you're paying for a car room, get free charging. Good morning. What's crazy to me is just how quiet they make this room. Take a listen. So loud out here, but inside you hear literally nothing. I mean, this is some double pane thick material. So I think the Taycan's charged up, unless it had another charging issue. I'm not sure. We'll take a look. Either way, it looks like it did stop charging. So yeah, we gotta look into that, see what state of charge it's at. Doesn't really matter, I guess. I can run it to the fast charger before they pick it up. And I have a flight in a few hours. Take a look at that plane spotting right there. Nice 747 coming in. Hell yeah. How sick is that? Plane spotting with your car next to your hotel room. That is awesome. Guys, I stay in a lot of hotel rooms. Actually, probably most of the time I stay in hotel rooms beyond being at home. And yeah, probably gone more than I am home. Definitely. I hate that I have to step inside to adjust sometimes the temperature because you get wet every time you do that. But even this one, I've never seen a shower like this. So you have an on-off, and then you just have a hot and cold button with a blank in the middle. And I'm not really sure how this is supposed to work. So I'm gonna try it out, and I'll let you know how this works. Well, it is time to go. I figured out what was going on with these curtains, by the way. They're so, if you want to close off your bed, you can. So they're not just on the wall for decoration. That's like to make a separate little area, I guess. Anyway, I think I have everything. We should be good to go. Let's call up the elevator. Let's figure out how to get out of here. The charger did not work. It put in a few kilowatt hours. Like, it definitely charged a bit and then stopped. So I'm gonna let the front desk know they have an issue with that one. Because yeah, we're only at 46% state of charge. Which is okay, I guess. That's probably enough for them to get back to Stuttgart, but I would prefer to give them a fully charged car, so maybe we'll run to a charging station now and share final thoughts. So I hit the down button, not the up and down. Oh wait, there's only a down button. Okay, which makes sense. So let's see how long it takes for the elevator to get here. One final look at our cool parking space next to the hotel room. This was sick. Just so you can see out during the day. There's Frankfurt Airport. So cool. Nice motorcycle group going for a ride. Hell yeah. Man, you could just do car spotting, plane spotting, everything right up here. It's amazing. And the elevator has arrived. So what I want to do is not have the doors time out. So we'll double click the button, jump in the Taycan quickly. See active ride, lifting it straight up. Let's go into drive, window down. I can hit this little button to pull up the cameras, and into the elevator we go. Okay, looking good, easy, no problems. Man, you could fit a pretty big car in here. I was just thinking you could probably fit the Cybertruck in here. I want to come all the way up there. And then we're going to hit 0. It says turn the engine off. Oh, wow, we're already going. That happened quick. I didn't even hear the door shut behind me. Okay, crazy. So now we're going down. It's very smooth. It's dead silent. You would have almost no idea that you're moving. What a high quality elevator. Just at the end, you feel it stop. Okay, now we'll go into drive. And boom, we're where we're started. That's the first elevator we were trying to get into last night. How sick was that? So cool. And because we have to drive literally off-road over curbs, we'll go put the raising suspension up. I am surprised a bit at the being very car focused. A couple things. It was not a very car themed room. There was one car poster of a couple old Ford GTs and some other stuff, like just a racing thing. But that was it. That was in the bathroom. How sick was that? And we stayed right up there on the 6th floor. That was amazing. Hell yes. And we got buses around here. What the heck? Well, I was going to let them know about the car charger, but I'm certainly not going to park in the middle of the road. All right, well, let's go juice this thing up before I give it back to Porsche. And there we go, guys. You leave me from a Lego, which actually used to be kind of a shitty charging network, and now they've gotten so much better, and the Alpha units that they run work great. This is the Hyper 300 here. So we're juicing up the Taycan, and it's time to give it back, time to go. And hey guys, how's it going? We've met some viewers here on the street, which is awesome. And so this is basically time to juice up. Spicy smart car in the back. The hotel is just over here. So I'm going to send them a little note just so they know about the car charger. I'm not just going to like leave it because I might be the next guy. Got to make sure that that's working. And how cool was that? We had a really cool time in the Porsche in Germany. I'll be back again doing something cool with another one in a couple weeks. That'll be really fun. The hotel was really neat, very reasonably priced. Again, $214 all in. Not bad. That was a really nice room. And if you just want a standard room without the car, it was like 95 bucks. Maybe it's just a quiet time, I'm not sure, but very interesting. Anyway, I leave you now from Germany. Time to go fly to Detroit. And I'm leaving behind a very nice new refreshed Taycan, which, like I said about the last one, will probably end up in the garage at some point.